last night's last match to close out day 3. Shane Van Boning's hoping it's not a carbon copy. It was 5-0 in favor of Darren Appleton. Van Boening with a little revenge on his mind. Appleton, on the other hand, he's got other ideas. He wants to take Team Europe to the hill. 9-8, we're finally poised, and I'm happy to be joined in the commentary box. Andy's made his way over here. Andy, who could have predicted this?
Oh my goodness, what a night of pool ahead of us. I think I jokingly remarked either at the end of day 1 or 2, I fancied it going 10-0. I mean, not in my wildest dreams could I imagine it. It's still a long way from it, but the sort of start that America have had, no one would back against it tonight.
The all-important lag. Van Boening and Appleton, without a doubt, 2 of the very best players in the world today. And it looks like Appleton has just squeaked out the lag. So he'll initiate the alternating break sequence here. Race to 5. A vital point on offer.
I have to say, Team Europe could pick anyone to play this match. It would be Darren. Desperate for this point. Best player in the world at the moment. 2-time back-to-back US Open champion.
But the pressure has definitely reverted back onto European shoulders. Can they stem the American fight back right here? Rack number 1. Missed the one into the side pocket. 2's in.
Going? Yeah, quite rightly, Jim said the 1 missed, and he did, which is unusual this level, but the most important thing is a ball drops, and at least 2 when 1 does past the head string, so Darren stays at the table.
Yeah, these players, when they use that cut break, they're looking at that one into the side, and it's been going in more than it hasn't. But I don't think Darren has a bank available here, so just the safety option. Or does it go by? It might go. It definitely went by the 3. And now a chance for Shane.
Wasn't the easiest, but still, a man of his quality, you would expect him to make them.
But the good players, Andy, they always take the aggressive path. I've noticed that. When they get a chance to attack, they want to park their opponents in their seats.
Shane played 5 racks yesterday and didn't win any. He'll be under it a bit tonight. I suppose he'll be thinking he can't do any worse, Jim.
A couple months ago when he won his 2nd US Open, it was like a man playing with boys. He absolutely slaughtered the field.
Was it 14 games on the bounce? You need to lose twice. Is that right?
It's a double knockout at the US Open. Shane didn't need that second life. Beat Alex Pagulayan in the semis 11-3, and then hammered Dennis Arculio in the final. Yeah, he was on a different planet back in Virginia. The Mosconi Cup's a different animal.
A friend of mine just texted me saying if it does go 10-0, do you reckon it'll be Archer and Appleton?
For my money. How could you not put Archer out the way that he's played? The look on his face.
He looked focused, didn't he?
He was scaring me, and I was in the comm box.
You sure that wasn't a reflection, Jim? Well, the perfect start for Shane. He was having to think about this. I mean, the balls are there to be knocked down. He's just going to screw this back about 6 inches behind where it is now. There you go, that's absolutely fine. Nice angle to pot this and stun over, just slightly to the right of the table.
Yeah, perfect. Nice and close to his work. This is just what Shane needs. Get this first rack, and remember, it was Appleton that broke. And the crowd has really been lassoed by the way the Americans have started out here day 4. Van Boening takes the opening rack. 1-0. The American snowball is rolling down the hill. It's gathering steam and size. And the South Dakota kid, what a player to call on, and what a moment.
Yeah, wonderful performance from him in the first rack. 29 years old, making 6th appearance in this year's Mosconi Cup. Just under 50% win ratio.
Which, when you look at the European dominance over the last 4 or 5 years, the fact that America's best player in Shane Van Boening doesn't have a winning percentage, that really is the tail of the tape.
On the other hand, Darren Appleton, known as Dynamite Darren Appleton, 36 years old, making his 4th appearance. And as we've said on numerous times tonight, and rightly so, back-to-back US Open title victories. I think only Nick Varner, and I'm going to guess at, put myself on the spot, Nick Varner.
Thank you, rack 2.
No, hold on, Mickey Immonen.
USA to break.
Yeah, you go, Mickey Immonen
Rack to 0.
has done that before.
Send
I mean, that's
then,
some
please.
feat, isn't it?
Only been done twice before Darren. Rack number 2. Shane at the table, just settling in, focusing on that 1. He needs a shot on the 2. He's going to have one, but he's going to have to come with a shot here. Long distance on the 2. These are always a stern test of your cueing.
Just trying to see if that's off straight. If it is, then he can come off 2 cushions. Yeah, it's got a bit of an angle, so he can come off 2 cushions and up for the 3. Or, as you can see, he's digging down on the white ball. Oh, that's a great shot.
Good shot.
There was always the trouble that if you're making contact with another ball, you can stick to it.
You know, Shane's got those long forearms, and he can generate immense cue power with a minimal amount of effort. I've seen him play so often, and I'll never forget the first time I saw him play in Western Canada. Came up to Calgary to play in a tournament. Johnny Archer saw him for the first time. Archer beat him 11-9. He came to me after the tournament. He said, "This kid's a player." Prophetic words.
Well, at the moment, just as last night was all about Appleton, this match so far is all about Van Boening. If you didn't tune into last night's Mosconi Cup, this was the last game of singles on, a repeat of it. And Darren Appleton won it 5 racks to 0.
And you just know Shane Van Boening is so competitive, he hates to lose. He'd love to pass that donut right back to Darren Appleton.
You look at me in a strange way when you say the word donut, Jim. I don't know what that means.
Now, does this 7 go into the side pocket? If it does, he's just got to drop this in.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be dropped in. And automatically, when he pops this into the right centre pocket, he'll just stun it for the... Well, he's got 2 ways of playing this. He can stun it for the 8 in the same way, in the same pocket, or he can just roll it up for the black 8 in the bottom right pocket. He'll probably do that. The white ball is going away from it. Sorry, Jim.
Could have made this just a bit easier, though. Oh, great shot, Shane.
You were thinking he was going to roll through, weren't you?
Again, just resettling. And another good effort. Well, he's sending a message. This is a little different Shane Van Boening than we saw last night. And 2-0 confirms that. He's in command of this one. Hatch and C.J. Wiley, Mike DeShane on the left. They all know it. But again, funny, isn't it? Archer didn't need any of that. Archer went back to his chair, sat down, and looked at the floor.
Yeah, he looks very focused, doesn't he, Shane? Wonderful player, as Jim has quite rightly pointed out tonight. But so is his opponent, and he's more than capable of coming back from this. He copes with pressure like no other player. He's got every single shot in his locker. And I've got to tell you that even at this early stage in this match, it's still anyone's to call. I wouldn't fancy calling it, especially with Appleton breaking. And the noise as well, just listen to that.
Two of my favorite players, these two guys. One a little bit more natural than the other.
Thank you, rack 3.
The other
You're
one
up to break.
as tough mentally as anyone you'll ever find.
Needs to take the one ball in the middle pocket. Gets it. White ball, cue ball. Oh, it's in.
Hold shot. Ball in hand.
Ball in hand to Van Boening. And everything is opened up like a flower for him on the table.
Stop the clock.
If you're watching this for the first time, Jim, what's the most important rule when you break off?
Well, that got kicked in, Andy. You've got to keep that cue ball on the table, no question, but it got kicked into the bottom corner.
Down, please.
So a little unlucky for Darren. Such is 9-ball. I mean, right now, Team USA has all the momentum, and it looks like they're getting the rolls to boot. Yeah, if anyone thought it was going to be an early night, think again. And you know who's upstairs on the practice table. Chris Melling and Brandon Schuff. That'll be our next singles match. You won't see them in the crowd. They're up hitting balls, preparing.
Well, in the 19 years of this wonderful competition, only once has it gone to the final match, way back in 1995. And who won it? Europe 16-15. And I think I'm right in saying, you'll correct me, that Steve Davis hit the winning ball.
Knowledge, Andy. You're a fan. You prove it. I'll tell you what, we've had one tie, and that's where Team USA retained the cup, and that was a tie that Mika Immonen would like to forget. He had the chance to win it for Europe. That was back in 2006 and played in Rotterdam in Holland. But this one is heating up to be another classic.
He's played that with a bit of check side. That's a great shot. That's a great shot. Lots of left hand spin on the white ball, or English as it's known in this. But lots of people have tweeted me saying, what does English mean? It's basically side. That's the difference. Well, he's played this rack absolutely perfectly, Van Boening, and 3-0 is a mountain to climb for Darren Appleton. And Shane Van Boening will have the break in the next rack.
It really is a mountain to climb. Given the alternating break format, tough to overhaul a lead. We've only seen it once here. And Shane Van Boening is doing everything he can to make sure it doesn't happen again. 3-0 confirmed. And USA well and truly on course. Is day 4 going to be a memorable one for Team USA? And it's starting out that way. And Shane Van Boening 3-0 in front of the man that beat him 5-0 last night to give Europe the 3-point lead. Well, What are we in store for here in your call? You better have a comfortable chair, because this one is going to last a while.
Dry? Is it dry?
It's dry, and a chance for Darren, and a beautiful chance for Darren. Not a good time for a dry break from Van Boening.
Jim, let me ask you, Daniel Smith has tweeted me saying quality stuff, loving the Mosconi on Sky. Can you please tell me why they call it the hill when a player gets to 4?
Well, I've actually been asked that before, and I can tell you it's a war reference, where someone takes the hill, they get the higher ground, get the advantage in a battle, and that reference has come through to the pool table. So getting to the hill first, the advantage.
And my final question is from Sam Hable. He says, why is Van Boening playing with the glove on?
Yeah, Shane's been wearing a glove now for a while, and usually it just helps the cue glide through your cueing fingers a little smoother. And here with the dampness in London, doesn't surprise me. I'm actually a little surprised more players aren't wearing gloves.
I thought it was going to be because it's so cold in here, Jeff.
Yeah, that was Jerry Forsyth wearing gloves while we were having dinner. It is a little chilly over here.
But Darren Appleton, hoping to warm everyone up, desperately needs this rack. He must have been thinking 5-0 to Shane, because Paul has a funny way of doing things like that. But he's... Oh, my goodness.
Quite seriously,
So what, that one went in the tradesman's entrance.
Well, he played it to the corner of the pocket to give himself more options, the cue ball, but not like that.
Yeah, usually when it hits the point into an open pocket like that, it'll stay on the table.
Now, he's got lots of room to play with here. He's going to pot this with a tiny touch of left-hand side to take the black into the bottom right-hand corner as we look. But there is room for error. There you go. Played it perfectly. Played it perfectly. Great shot.
Important rack for Darren, too, because he knows getting back to 3-1. This was Van Boning's break, remember? So effectively, just down one serve. And you can see the way he tucked those last two in. I think he's trying to send a message over to Shane. 3-1, Appleton with the break. And the sixth man is starting to make an appearance as well.
I wonder who they're supporting tonight, Jim. It has been like that since we started at 7 p.m. on Monday night, and it has not stopped.
Darren loves it. The Europeans were milking it.
And you know what, Jim? Every time we've seen Darren play and he wins an important rack, his fist comes up and it's clenched and he makes noises to the crowd. And he potted the 9-ball there. He just took a few balls out of the pocket and went back to his seat. He's focused tonight. He is focused.
That's because he's 3-1 down in this match, and he knows he's still got a little work to do.
Big break for Appleton. Oh, he's missed it. And that's dry as well. Oh.
Look at all the balls on the right-hand side of the table. This is going to be a very messy rack. You might see a little chess played in this one. Two, three, all over the right-hand side of the table. This is a pretty big target. If Shane wants to play safe, flick the left-hand edge of that one ball and just spin it, you'd have to feel that he'd find cover behind something over here on the right.
He's flicking it towards the pocket, but I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. What a shot that is. That's too far to jump.
In all fairness, Andy, you would have been unlucky not to get behind something. This is the definition of a total eclipse.
No. He'll also be looking about what he may be leaving as well if he does miss this.
Extension called.
Any ideas, Jim?
Well, he's got obviously the one cushion escape.
Off the side.
Up the side cushion into the one. That's one way. Another way is going 3, and this is the way I fancy. I like this hit. Better chance to put distance between them.
Get in. No, he's left it. Well, he took your advice, and we've seen those go in before, but as it is, he's left it. And this, by no means, an easy dish for Shane.
That's saying something for sure, Andy. This would be a monumental effort if he could run the rack from here. It's so much work to do.
Combination is he looking at?
He's having a look at it now. He's got the option of the combination or using the cue ball to just flick that 7 into the side.
No, he's going to use. He's also going to use the black 8 ball to keep the 2 ball there as well. You'll just see it nudge it and stay. Oh, has he overcooked it?
Now this is the big shot. If he can get out and get onto the 3, or can he just hold the cue ball near the bottom cushion as we look? Is there space between the cushion and the 9 to afford position to the 3?
Yeah,
that would be the easy way.
Well, I think he'll just drop this in dead weight and then play the 3 ball off the cushion.
Extension call.
Yeah, there's your dead weight.
Nice touch. 3 to the 4. And if he's straight, all he can do is draw this back.
Yeah, but look where the 9 is. The 9's going to be in the way of him drawing it back, is it not?
Well, he might have to try and just pinch this pocket a little bit. And
yeah.
He's got to try and get by the 9.
Oh, that's the danger. When you're forcing a ball, that's the danger. Has he left it safe?
Well, he tried to pinch the pocket. How many times have we seen this beautiful diamond match table spit the balls up? It just doesn't accept them at speed.
Can Appleton get through?
Shane can't believe it.
No, he can't. He's playing cushion first, and the white ball automatically come around for the 4 ball. He's just got to make sure it doesn't go in the pockets.
Disaster. Disaster, and Appleton knows it.
Oh, he knew it was coming down this end of the table, Jim. He knew that.
But again, it's the only way he could get from the 3 to the 4.
But why play it so hard? Why play it so hard? It's coming down there automatically. Rather be too hard, rather be too soft than too hard. Man alive, 4-1 is so much bigger than 3-2. It's just such a huge rack, this.
No, you're right about that. Because it would have been 3-2. And he would have had a chance to get right back in it. But now mountain to climb.
Just glanced up at the overall score as well. Van Boening wins this match 9-9. What a Mosconi Cup we are having. Just incredible.
Parks the 9. And 4-1. Shane in front of Darren right here for a point that would bring it to 9-9. Unbelievable turn of events. A slice of bad luck here from Darren Appleton, as Andy mentioned. Could have played it softer. Wish he would have now.
Rack 6.
Van Boening raising his arms as he came to the table because everything was there waiting for him. And a 4-1 lead has been confirmed. Van Boening will break for the match. and for a point that brings USA right back. 9-6 they trailed coming into day 4. What a dream start Dennis Hatch gave them, and they are up for the task now.
Take a break.
Well, one on the break. Sulik's covered.
I don't think he can get through to the 2 here, so not even easy to push from this area.
I mentioned to, I think it was Dennis Hatch after his first game, about the fact that the Europeans came back in the Ryder Cup on the last day. I wonder if they've been thinking about that, because listen, it's possible. We wrote them off at the top of the show. We wrote them off at the end of last night. They're one rack away from 9-9.
Well, and I still said, I think even to a few people, one of the matches I wasn't commentating, there's Mike Duchesne. He'll come out the 5th match. Dennis Hatch, I think his work is done tonight. But even if USA get back, well, he decided to kick at that. Even if USA get back to 9-9, in my mind, they're still not favored.
Really? With the momentum?
Well, you've got Chris Melling and Nick Vandenberg coming out for Europe.
After you've won 3 games on the bounce, Jim.
Well, it's, Andy, like I say, that was the luxury that Johan, the non-playing captain, had. He could hold a couple solid players back. USA did not have that luxury.
Extension code.
Now, if it goes to where it's a captain's pick at 10-10, you know who I'm sending out if I'm C.J. Wiley.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, if I'm Johan, I don't know.
It's a good shot. It's a good shot.
Good containing shot, but he may be able to jump this. Shane wanted to get that behind the 3 as well. And there's a lot of room here. Darren's got the short cue, but jumping it, he's going to have to jump this and draw it back.
Well, this is it. I mean, not only has he got to pot it, as you say, he's got to draw it back. And you're sort of in the lap of the gods as to where the white ball ends, if it hits it in the right place, if it doesn't. You and I have spoke about this numerous times. We're not massive fans of the jump shot.
Well, not when the kick affords better chances to get it safe. It seems like every time we've alluded to it, it hasn't worked out for the player. But here, I do agree with the jump. He may not be jumping to make this, Andy. He may be jumping just to try and hit it and get it safe.
He has done that. Stay down there, the white ball. Oh, my goodness. Look where it's come back. Look where it's come back. Oh, and the nudge as well.
Yeah, this has not gone the way that Darren Appleton scripted it.
See, that's the problem I have with this shot, Jim. You've absolutely no knowledge of where either ball's going to end up. At least if you come off the side rail, you know you're going to make contact with it and send the 2 around the table.
He's got to clear the 5 here. He's leaning. I don't think he's there. He was leaning, and that told me he needed that cue ball to move. That's a weak effort from Shane. And when he had Darren struggling in his chair.
Yeah, he knows it. He knows what a difference.
Oh, he's kicking. Watch the 9. Watch the 9.
It's there. He's done it. He's won it.
How about that? It is all happening for Team USA right now. That was totally in the plan. He was putting the 9 in gear, no doubt about it. Then Boening comes good, and folks, it's 9-9. Watch it again. Can you believe it? There'll be lots more coming your way at 9-9. You don't want to miss it.
be crowned Mosconi Cup champions, and the way things are going, who was back against the Americans now. A simply breathtaking start to day 4, the last day as well. Hatch won his game, Johnny Archer won his, and we've just seen the wonderful Shane Van Boening destroy Darren Appleton, very much like Darren destroyed him yesterday. Van Boening winning 5-1. It's now 9-9, and Shane is with me now. Firstly, congratulations. I have to talk about the 9-ball at the end there. You obviously went for it.
Well, I accidentally hooked myself on the 3-ball, so I figured I had to take a fire shot at the 9-ball, and that's part of the game, and it just went in luck. So
it was the only shot available, as you say, when you came up there. Do you think when you're playing a shot like that, what happens if I miss? Because it flew straight into the middle of the pocket.
Well, like I said, I got a shot. So I mean, I'm up 4-1, and I just got to go for it. I mean, that's part of the game. If you see something that's going to happen, you might as well do it.
Do you play a different shot if it's 4-all, if it's you're 3-1 down? Did you only play that because you had such a good lead?
Well, I tried to deal with the fan here, and it's a lot of pressure, but I do the best I can do.
It's 9-all now. In your mind, who's favourite?
Well, right now I'm part of my team that we're fighting real hard to win the cup and take the cup back to the United States, and I'm very proud of my team today.
Congratulations. Wonderful performance. Shane Van Boening, everyone. Well done, Shane.